Coming up on Mountain News this morning, parents, it might be time to shape up on your cursive skills after a Senate bill was passed to bring cursive back to Kentucky classrooms. And a former state representative and Eastern Kentucky native got a significant endorsement from Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this Wednesday, June 18th. We're at 6 o'clock this morning. And Megan, not the worst start. It was about a bit drizzly, so that was unfortunate for my hair today. But other than that, not much to complain about except that fog.
Yeah, I mean, temperatures this morning aren't feeling terrible. It's not too muggy outside. Now those rain chances are already starting this morning, and we'll continue to see rain throughout the day. But in terms of those temperatures, here's what you can expect. Again, mainly a mixture of those upper 60s and low 70s, what we've been seeing this week. And as we head into the afternoon, mainly those mid 80s, seeing warmer temperatures as we travel more towards the northeast. 87 for Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Grundy, and also Monticello. We're looking at that rain right now. Just as I mentioned, seeing some chances for storms as we travel just south of our region, and we'll continue to see those scattered showers throughout the day. Highest chances for strong severe storms will be tonight heading into your Thursday. Here's a look at that day planner, seeing mostly those rain chances, temperatures hitting a high around that 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock mark. Amelia.
A former gymnastics coach pled guilty to sexual abuse and possession of child pornography, and he learned his fate in a West Virginia courtroom. Lance Spencer, he pleaded guilty to that sexual abuse by a guardian and possession of child pornography, now charged with multiple consecutive sentences. The incidents happened at a home and a gymnastics center in Huntington where Spencer coached.
I was flabbergasted. Like I said, I've never seen people come in and speak so eloquently and in support of someone with a conviction such as these, not only the assault on the victim, but also the child pornography. But I think it shows that he was a groomer.
The assistant prosecutor says it'll be 17 years before Spencer sees a parole board, and he could serve up to 45 years under the convictions. It'll be followed by more than 50 years of extended supervised release. A Maryland-based volunteer group is back in Eastern Kentucky for a third straight year, building 3 homes in just 1 week for flood survivors. WYMT's Caroline Mueller shows us how some of the youngest volunteers on site are learning to build and lift up a community in the process.
The buzz of construction at Chestnut Ridge in Knott County is being fueled in part by teenagers, many of them picking up tools for the first time.
I think what you get out of it is so much more than what you put in. You learn so many life skills. Everyone's open to teaching you and everything. It's just a really warm experience. You feel very fulfilled doing it.
Anna Gerdes is on her 3rd trip to the mountains. She is one of about 10 teens who traveled from Maryland with Dream Builders, a faith-based volunteer group.
Try to bring high school kids, because in our area in Maryland, the kids don't get exposure to this kind of thing as they're growing up, and we want them to know several things. One, to get skills for construction, which will serve them well throughout their lives, whether they build a home or not, but also to expose them to people who have suffered from some disaster.
With help from the Housing Development Alliance, they are racing to frame, wrap, and roof 3 homes in just 5 days in what they call a blitz build. The homes going to flood survivors.
We're coming up on the 3rd year anniversary of the flood. We just had another flood back in February, but people here still need help too, and we're thankful to have Dream Builders here for the people of Eastern Kentucky.
Cousins Lucy and Molly Lumen say they were nervous to join at first, but are already seeing how much of a difference they can make.
It's really important because it's life-changing for people, people that have lost their homes, where they lived and all their stuff. And now they get to move back into a new home, and hopefully that can make them feel the same love that it did before.
It's been really nice to learn the different tools, but I definitely did not know anything about construction going to this, so it's definitely been really cool to learn everything.
It has been a crash course in compassion and construction for these young volunteers, and a reminder that you are never too young to lend a hand.
Some of them don't know how to hold a hammer at the beginning of the week, but by the end of the week, they're experts.
In Knott County, Caroline Mueller, WYMT Mountain News.
The group has 36 total volunteers, and they say they hope to return to help next year, continuing to build homes for flood survivors. Well, Senate Bill 167 is bringing back cursive writing to classrooms in Kentucky. Starting in August, elementary schools will incorporate cursive into their curriculum. And in order to pass the 5th grade, students are required to write in cursive. Senator Lindsay Tishner says it's up to the districts after that.
As they move into middle school, I hope they don't lose the skill, but ultimately it's up to the districts as they move kids forward, how much they implement handwriting in their courses.
Tishner believes cursive writing will improve the overall education of students in Kentucky. Governor Andy Beshear announced a new public health commissioner for the Commonwealth yesterday. Dr. John Langfield will succeed Dr. Stephen Stack at the end of the month. Stack is taking on a new role within the Cabinet for Health and Family Services. The governor praised Dr. Langfield's experience in clinical care, healthcare policy, and Medicaid services. Langfield provided a statement about the move, saying in part, quote, "I am honored to continue serving Kentucky in this critical capacity. My focus will be on shifting our focus upstream from not only treating illness, but nurturing health and well-being. Our true measure of success will not just be the treatments we deliver, but how the people in our communities grow healthier, stronger, and more resilient." A former state representative and Eastern Kentucky native is getting a significant endorsement in her run for the 6th Congressional District. Yesterday, Lieutenant Governor Jackie Coleman announced her support for Democrat Sherilyn Stevenson's campaign. She's running to fill the House seat currently held by Representative Andy Barr, who's running for Mitch McConnell's Senate seat. Stevenson is a Knott County native. Officials with SOAR have announced a major step forward with an infrastructure project. Officials say Rye Development, a renewable energy company, submitted an application to the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission for the Lewis Ridge Pump Storage Project in Bell County. Construction for the project is planned between 2027 and 2031. It'll create roughly 2,300 construction jobs plus apprenticeships. A new feature of the Toyota West Virginia's Biodiversity Trail is an apple orchard. Teresa Brown is a member of the American Gold Star Mothers of West Virginia, which is a nonprofit organization made up of mothers who have lost a child in service to the U.S. Armed Forces. The West Virginia Gold Star Mothers partnered with Toyota West Virginia to plant a living memorial. Dog tags of the fallen were placed on each tree with a moment of silence to honor each soldier.
A place to come where they can remember, where they can honor those that have served our country, and hopefully bring some peace.
This orchard makes the 12th one in West Virginia honoring fallen soldiers. Well, yesterday marked 10 years since terror struck in Charleston, South Carolina, when a white supremacist fatally shot 9 people during a Bible study at the oldest African Methodist Episcopal Church in the South, known as Mother Emanuel. During a memorial service, folks reflected on those who were gunned down in the same historic house of worship a decade ago. The senior pastor was among those killed. His daughter remembers how President Barack Obama delivered her dad's eulogy.
I can distinctively remember at 11 knowing the magnitude that President Obama held. It gets a little easy to forget sometimes that I'm 21 and that my dad died when I was 11.
In the aftermath of the attack, Dylan Roof was convicted of murder and federal hate crimes. This tragedy sparked nationwide debate about displays of the Confederate flag and other commemorations of the Confederacy.
We are starting to see some more fog popping up into the area, so be careful if you're heading out this morning. Here's what you can expect. Lowest visibility will be as you're traveling more towards those southwestern counties, as well as some of our West Virginia counties. Now, in terms of rainfall, we are seeing some scattered showers this morning, some storm chances as you travel just south of our region below Wayne County, Kentucky. We'll continue to track that this morning. We will see the highest chances for storms tonight, though, as we are heading into your Thursday morning. Here's a look at those temperatures right now. Upper 60s and low 70s, with afternoon high temperatures in the mid 80s for the day. Amelia.
Well, thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning at 6:09. A major decision